Sketching in public scares me. I wish that I was one of those super awesome artsy creators that could go outside and sketch all day long. It terrifies me. I'm not in my safe space. I'm surrounded by distractions, and I'm not the best when it comes to focusing. And on top of that, there's this weird added pressure of what if someone comes over and looks at what I'm doing and it's not done and it's in that awkward phase, or if it just sucks, if it just isn't good. I don't want people to think I'm a bad artist. I have a lot of fear and anxiety. I wish I could click a button and it would magically disappear. My fear and anxiety has left me with a lot of what ifs. Fear tells me to avoid anything unknown. Its alarm sounds whenever I stick my toe outside my comfort zone. Maybe you can relate to this. I think I have lucked out and found a park. In my experience, the best way to overcome a fear is to think less and do more. You can still start small and gentle because the first time is always going to be the scariest, but it can only get easier from there. I just got settled in, got my paint all set up, my sketchbook out, and I'm like, wait, where'd my paintbrushes go? I left them at home. The park is an easy place to start. There's not a lot of people here, and I could kind of isolate myself a little bit. Every now and again, someone would pass by and peek over my shoulder, which immediately made me tense up. But for each new person passing by, it did get a little bit easier. I'm really enjoying myself today. The birds are singing, and there's a slight breeze. I feel like I found a little slice of heaven here in the middle of the city. This might honestly be the most enjoyable sketch sesh that I've had in a while. Now, it is time to paint from the window. I got to work outside for maybe 1.5 hours, and then I had to come back home and walk Leo. So I did lose a little bit of time having to go back for my paintbrushes, but I'm feeling so good for day one of facing my fears. My favorite thing to do is wander around Gracia. If you're ever in Barcelona, you can't miss out on it. There's something beautiful around every corner. Today we're going to focus on this clock tower. There was no way for me to sit and have direct view of it, so I stood in the scorching sun for a good 15 minutes getting the sketch down before sitting down at a nearby cafe for a coffee. I've surprised myself today. It's a long time since I've used pen, and now I'm wondering why I stopped. The sun was melting me, so I've brought the clock tower home to add a little color. I started with wetting the areas that I'll be painting, which made it possible for me to pick up some of the color with a damp brush afterwards to create clouds. Now I'm using a little burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, and white to create the shadows. Then I'm topping it off with a white highlight. And obviously I had to add a little green to the bushes, or trees. I guess they're trees. Bushy trees. Sadly, I can't prove whether or not I actually sketched at this cafe. All I have is this coffee to show for. The lights made the footage so flashy that I couldn't use it. I don't want to hurt your eyes with what I got, so let's catch up back home. I'm really proud of my sketches so far. I've been going quick. I've been pushing my limits and my style, and I love it. I feel myself progressing, which is a fantastic feeling. Coffee in my system would also be a fantastic feeling. Yeah, let's do that. It's hot out today. It's very hot and humid. So I'm not sure how much we can get done outside today, but I'm here to give it a shot. If I manage to get a quick sketch down, if I manage to finish a whole little sketch painting sesh, or if I just get a few pictures taken to use as reference, then that's okay today because I'm not here to melt. I would like to stay solid. It really is hot today. I walk past today's location every day on our morning walks, and this might not make sense to most people, but I'm so scared to sit down here. It's such a nice green shaded area, but there's so many people and I always just hurry past it. But I can sit here as well as anyone else, so today we will do just that. Before I die of dehydration and or heat stroke, let's go home. It's the last day of our little 5-day journey, and I'm happy I've stepped outside of my comfort zone the way I have. I'm a lot less fearful of sketching in public now. The journey doesn't end here, though. I have to keep practicing so that I don't end up back where I began. Today will be spent indoors for my mental sanity. It rained this morning, and now it's just horribly hot and humid. I can't be out there. So today we'll work from a reference photo. I was inspired by day 1 sketch. I really loved the way the yellow was shining through, and I wanted to create something with that in mind. So I started by filling out the negative space and leaving the yellow as highlights. With a dry and slightly frayed brush, I'm using a stippling technique to create leaves. Now, with the residue left on the brush, I'm shading in some of the areas to give a fuller look. I wanted to add movement to the background, so I'm playing around with the swirls and just doing whatever feels right.